All right, good morning, everybody. Today is December 8th, so Tuesday. So it looks like I'm gonna get to trade this the rest of the week, which would be awesome. So right here we got NUGT with a modified play. It's not looking great, but it's close to risk. So I think I'm gonna jump into this thing for a very low risk reward trade. Let's see how much. 71.17, 71.71. So we're looking at. We'll just round it to 50. I'm still in the $20 range, so that would be 40. So we're going to go ahead and do 40 shares. We're going to buy. And then our stop is right here, 70.55. I don't have commissions, so there we go. So very low risk, high reward. So we're risking 10 cents to make around 50 or to make around $1. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good risk ratio. It still hasn't stopped out. So, I'm not buying necessarily getting into a losing trade, although this doesn't look great. It's not a losing trade until the algorithm breaks. If this switches now, it'll be switching to a short, which this is HTB, so I can't short it. But it's not indicating a short, so it's still long. So I'm jumped in long on it right now. Okay, so right here we have QCOM is a trade. We're going to get into this thing long. We only got a few seconds here, so hopefully we can get a quick markup. All right, so we just got stopped out of NUGT for a couple dollar loss, 157 to 157, 157.56. So about 50 cents, so 40 shares. We're going to jump in here in 30 seconds once this candle closes. Again, this is for modified play on the strategy. It's not the normal strategy. Although NUGT right now would be the normal strategy, but it's hard to borrow, can't short it unless I try to locate, which I'm not going to do. So we will jump in this in 15 seconds. So tower candle forming here as indicated by the algorithm, which switches inside the candle. So we could see some retracement here, but hopefully it just boosts and we don't. Okay, so just maybe we get stopped out here on this tower candle, and then maybe it runs without us. It's all good. We also have CVS setting up here. If it switches, let's see what the price spread is, so I can figure out what my risk reward is going to be. All right, so we're looking at 73.44 to 73.11, so about 33 cents. Okay, so we got 33 cents. Is our deal. So 60 shares is what we're going to put in here. 60 and then enter. And then we got about a minute and a half before this candle closes, and we'll go ahead and short this. All right, so we just got stopped out of QCOM. I'll show that in a minute. And then so you can see you can juggle a bunch of different tickers at the same time. All right, so here we are with QCOM. We just got stopped out. All right, and it may run without us. I mean, this is a tower candle, so retracing it, so that's what happens. But like I said, once it retraces this much, I don't know. I mean, it could rally, it could go either direction, but I don't want to give up more than the $20 area. So we took that. So now CVS is showing us an opportunity to be able to recover. I'm a bit distracted this morning, as you can hear. Unfortunately, makes it hard to trade. All right, so we're going to jump in short here on CVS. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a discount. Yeah, it's going to be one of those days, I think. One of those days. All right, so we speed bumped QCOM here. And again, a speed bump is just to, recover a little bit of losses. It's not to make it all back per se, but we're about to get pretty close to that. $2.30 left, $3 left there, and then we'll have this full recovery, which will be nice. Looking for it to come into this area. We got about 2.5 minutes left for this candle to close, so we'll see if we can get down in there. Either way, there we go. So now we're in the profits. $86. All right, cool. So we're out with a $5 loss on that. So yeah, so again, speed bumps just to recover, a chunk of your loss, not necessarily all of it. So when I started this trade, risking $20 roughly, it went down to 22, and then this is only going to cost me $5 or $6 for this trade. Yes, if I stayed in and was patient, maybe it continues selling off, and I could have made more money. But then maybe again, there could be a support level here developing, and maybe it bounces and goes up. I don't know, but what I do know is it hit this target, and a lot of times when it hits the targets, it rejects. So I'm happy to take my $5 loss and bounce out. So then with that nug, go back over there. We had a $3.71 loss over there. So still playing in this little area, not a big deal. So yeah, like I said, low risk, high reward. We got stopped out. So total between the two, we're only down like $8 or $9 in a day. We're not even down one risk. So CVS could easily recover our full day and then some. So there we go. All right, well, we do have another trade setting up here. So we got TWOU here. So we got 32.91 roughly and 32.53. So around 37 cents. So 54 cents or 54 shares is what we're looking at. Just gonna do 55. 55, enter. All right, and then short. All right, we made it just in time, just in time. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this up. And again, we have a tower candle, so we could see some retracement here. Okay, we're going to go back over to QCOM for a second. So QCOM's breaking the low right now. I'm going to go ahead and short this real quick on a technical side. So we just jumped in short on QCOM. I'm going to erase these, remove drawings. Oops, cancel. Clear drawing set. Yes. So we're breaking down this. We saw this basically came down, had to rally back up, and now it's getting ready to make some lower lows. And I think those lower lows are going to be a little bit significant. But I'm not going to try to ride it that long. I'm just going to ride it for like $5 or $10, and then bounce out. Okay, there it goes. All right, and then when I'm going to put my stop in, I'm going to try to give it some room to run. So 46 is the spread, so I can't even put my stop in until here. So come on, keep on going down. So now we're at 35, 37. Give it some room to breathe. All right, so there we go. Keep going. Let's go. 34 would be a great place to put my stop in. All right. So not taking too much chances, but I knew we'd get a little bit of a little drop there. So I put my stop in. So now we turn this into a green trade, and we'll give it a chance to sell off. So we're just gonna trail this little sell off here using the dome, and then when it backs up, we're out. I'm happy to take whatever it gave me. All right, there we go. So we just recovered all of our losses for QCOM. Now we're in the green, and we recovered the loss we had on NUGT. So now we're in the green for the day, and then we'll see what happens with CVS and TWOU. Okay, so while those three trades are playing out, looks like we might have another one setting up here with APPS. So we got about a minute left. It's very close to being set up there. So right now we're looking at 42.91, 43.45. So roughly 55 cents. So don't hate me for my math. I'm not a math wizard, but it's best I can do quickly. So 36 shares roughly. Enter. I'm just going to make it 35. All right, so in about a minute, or not even, we'll jump into this long here. Oh, no, we won't. I'm already swing trading this, so it's going to be, I could day trade it with inside the swing trade, I guess. Let's give it a go. I already have 30 shares there, so I'm just make sure I don't get out of my whole position here. Go up. All right, so stop is going to be 42.92. Make it break it right there. Okay, so we're day trading inside of our swing trade now on APPS. Gonna go over to CVS here. All right, so we've retraced most of this tower candle, so I'm gonna go ahead and add to my CVS short. So we had 35 shares of APPS. I have to remember that. 60. I'm gonna go ahead and add to my short position here. So now we have 120 shares, and what I'm going to do is right here, you can see that there. Now I'm going to come down to my or go up to my stop and just click it right here. All right, cool. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this little price line in for my average. So my new average price is 73.13 on this candle here. That's where we got in. All right, so here we are on TWOU. So we're getting close to our stop area here. I'm gonna go ahead and add to this position. So we are at 55 shares right now. So I'm gonna change this 55, enter. And then we're gonna go ahead and short. Okay, so now I'm gonna go put my stop in for this 55 I just added. Top of this tower candle was 32.90. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this positions I just added to above that, so I have to break that one. All right, so there we go. So we are in for TWOU, and I'm gonna go ahead, actually, since we're so close to high of day, I'm gonna take a little more risk on this trade, and I'm just gonna move everything to high of day. So what is that? Let's see, this candle here, the high of this was 32.94. So I'm going to move my stops to 32.94. So 32, or make it break it, 32.96. All right, so there we go. So we got everything, loaded in. I'm going to put our mark up our new average, which is 32.59. All right, so here we are with CVS. So I could get stopped out of this because we do have this huge tower candle retraced, and then we could be looking for a higher move on that after the retracement happened. So probably should not have added to my position on this. All right, so we're out and we're out. So $32 out, and we're going to go ahead now and buy a little bit late. If we bobble back down here a little bit, we may buy some more. Basically speed bumping our position on this one. So my actual entry was 73.40. All right, we're going to add to our position here. And we're going to go ahead and buy again. Okay, so now our average is 73.38. Okay, so there we go. Now we got our speed bump in, and then we'll put our stop in down here, 73.02. All right, there we go. So we got that all speed bumped up and ready to go, and we'll see if that one gives us a recovery. Here we are with APPS. So still making our way slowly to our target. Going to go ahead and move this trade up to break even, though. I know we didn't get quite 90% of the way. But again, with these tower candles and retracements before continuation happens sometimes, I'm going to play it safe. And I'm going to go ahead and move my my stop. So because I have a swing trade open on this, it's not going to show me where my entry is, where my break even is on the dome. It's because it's going to give me my average. So that's why you don't see that on here. So 43.46 was roughly where I got in, 43.46. So we're going to go, looking at the spread, go a few pennies above. All right, if we come back and get stopped out of there, all good. Basically a break-even trade, and that's how it goes. There we go. Okay, so we're out of APPS for basically a break-even trade, minus a couple bucks, I think. So all good. Yep. So back to CVS. So TWOU and CVS is the only trades we have open right now. So TWOU, it's coming down, slowly starting to work its way back down here. All right, let's go look at that other trade that we're in real quick, TWOU. So right here, we bounced back off this support level, and now we're on our way back up. So does this change the trend for the day, or do we keep going down? So this is on a technical side. For those of you who use technical analysis, we might even be able to grab it from here. All right, so you can kind of see what we're looking at from there. So if this level breaks right here from a technical analysis side, this looks like it could be going higher. So we do have a high, a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and then we broke even here. We didn't make a lower low. Not yet anyway. So if this ends up pushing back up here to make a new high up here, then this could be turning around. But since we hit this trend line, we'll see if this rejects and makes a lower low. All right, we're going to go back over to CVS since we're close to getting stopped out. Okay, you see it boosting back up here. So our average is right here at 32.76. I'm just not feeling it today, so I'm going to go ahead and move my stop to our average right there. What's the spread on this? 5 cents. So we'll move it to there. And then if we get stopped out, we get stopped out for a pretty much break-even trade. Maybe we make a couple dollars on it. Maybe we lose a couple dollars, but it'll be very easy to recover this on the next trade. So I'm going to go ahead and move that stop there. Again, it's just trying to recover a little bit of the loss, not necessarily make it all back, but if we can't make it all back, that's awesome. So I'm putting my stop just below this green candle. If we go down below this green candle, it could be rolling over. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, so other half out right there. So we were down 30 bucks. So we were able to cut that loss down to $15. So that worked out really well. So, and it's also below our $20 deal. So pretty sweet. All right, we'll bring the next thing to you. All right, so that's going to do it for me today. I'm going to shut it down. There's it's like 1:40, so I'm definitely done trading, and I pretty much traded out everything I wanted to trade today. So we're going to finish the day down $19.11. I really just didn't trade well today. So, I've been gone a few weeks, have been doing a lot of traveling, didn't really do any trading. Came back today, was hoping it would be a green start, and I just didn't trade it well today. So that's what happens. So we're going to go to our scaling ladder and basically just take away our green here. Let's do this. All right, so we lose that green, put our 16 there. So one step back, and then, tomorrow hopefully we can get back in and grow a bunch of those back and hopefully get to that $30 level here shortly. So we'll fix our scaling ladder. So here we are with CVS. So CVS, as I said, is worried about this tower candle right here, this really big tower candle, because a lot of times it'll retrace and then continue in the direction that it was going. And a tower candle indicated by the algorithm switching inside of it. So, and then I added to my position on top of it. So, it was already high risk, and then I added to my position. And so not too smart there. That was a bad move. And then I did speed bump it, though. And that speed bump did work out pretty nicely. I got a little bit impatient right here as I put my stop somewhere in this area on this candle. I was getting worried that it could roll over. And if I had just been a little more patient, I could have definitely recovered all of this. This was a $15 loss. This could have been zeroed out, maybe even for $1. And that would have put me down, $4 in the day, $4 or $5 in the day. So that's what happened with CVS. And then, okay, so then here we have TWOU. So on TWOU, this is a modified play here. So, and on that modified play, we were jumping in right here. This is again a big tower candle, so I knew a retracement could happen before possible continuation. So I moved my stops, which was a good move. Added to my trade, which was a good move. And the bad move was, I could have just stayed in this trade, right, and took a full loss. So I guess it was a good move that I did move my stops down and took a really small loss compared to what it could have been of $10. So instead of a $20 hit, I ended up with a $10 hit. So I think I traded TWOU pretty well. And then over here we have APPS. So APPS, if you look here, the permission wasn't real clear, but we did have permission. So it did make me a little nervous. And then, we started to roll over. And I think I did a good job on this one as far as putting my stop in and just taking a small loss. You don't see it over here because I'm going to swing trader on this as well right now. But I did take a loss on it. I was hoping to break even, but I took a loss of $1.38, it looks like. So that'll be a losing trade. I was looking at this W pattern or M pattern that was potentially forming, which could have made a breakdown. I just went into the technical side of things, but it worked out in my favor because here's where the algorithm stop was. Would have got stopped out, and then it would have ran back up. It might not get the target. It may from here roll back over and become a losing, full losing trade for the day. I don't know what the day will bring, but overall, I think I traded that one well. And then NUGT over here. So this one, again, big tower candle. So is it going to retrace before it continues? And yes, it retraced and then it continued. So, I waited for that retracement to happen. It came back down. Then I bought close to risk because this was a long play. So I bought close to risk. And had I located shares so that I could speed bump it, this would have been a green trade easy and we would have made some money. But I didn't. So we ended up with a really small loss in this one, like $5 or something like that. Yeah, 371. And then QCOM. So QCOM worked out pretty good. We went long. Again, modified play, not the normal day trading strategy. Modified play. And then it went straight loser on me. Speed bumped it and was able to recover all that loss and then make $12 on it. So that worked out pretty nice. All right, cool. So I think that covers it for the day. So I didn't trade that well today, but did some stuff right, did some stuff wrong. And or at least not great, I should say. And we take the losing day as it is, and we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll slowly climb back up, climb back out. All right, everybody, have an awesome day.